Welcome to Remix, where we're all about recycling, repurposing, and reusing. I'm your host, Lisa Bryant. Our guest today is Lori Bryan, owner of Chic Antiques in Oxford. Lori's going to show us some pieces that she's working on, things she has for sale, and how to repurpose furniture. She has some items laid out for us right now. And hi, Lori. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Lisa. Nice to see you.
Good to see you. Tell us a little bit about Chic Antiques and how you got started.
Oh, gosh, it was a while ago. We moved to the area from the east side about 16 years ago. I didn't know anybody. I had 4 little kids, not a huge budget to decorate my new home, so I kind of threw the kids in the car, gave everybody a snack and $1 to spend at the garage sales that we hit along the way, and that's kind of how I started, just by picking up odds and ends and painting them and watching TV, like
All the
fun
different
shows that were
shows
on there, yeah.
The HD channels and things like that.
HGTV. I
Yeah.
started watching that like a religion, and I thought, wow, I can do that. So that's kind of how I started.
So you just started like just decorating your own house?
Yes, definitely.
So how did it go from decorating your own to decorating for others? People saw your pieces, or?
Yeah, I was an insurance adjuster, believe
Okay.
it or not, yeah, for a long time, and I did that at home when the kids were little. I got laid off, and I had a lot of friends saying, gosh, you did this with your house, and I can't believe you bought that for $5, and it's beautiful. Why don't you do that instead? So I started running booths, you know, at different antique malls kind of thing.
Okay.
And consignment shops. And
So you started picking up pieces at garage sales and
Yep,
flea markets
yep,
and things like that.
Exactly.
And then, so how do you find your pieces? Like, what do you look for?
I try to look for something with good lines, like this table. It's got some awesome detail. I look for things that aren't in great shape, finish-wise. Like I'm not painting any fine antiques or anything.
So when they say like look for good bones, so you just make sure like
Yeah,
structurally sound, but
exactly.
it could have peeling paint, chipping paint.
I prefer that. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So show us some of the pieces that you've started, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Well, I have a Facebook page, Chic Antiques, and I also have a website, and I've been kind of posting things on there, and people just been coming to the house and picking them up. This is a coffee table, I think from the 1940s, that had missing hardware, so I added new hardware that's kind of vintage inspired. They're glass knobs. Just, you know, a regular old shelf. And then these I buy new, actually. They're cast iron, but I paint them up.
Okay.
They're
Now,
kinda
the detailing on this,
Uh-huh.
like, is this like a lot of? Did you have to sand this? How much prep time?
I don't do a lot of prep time.
Okay.
I really don't. I use Rust-Oleum paint, and I know that's like not super popular right now. Everybody's kind of into the chalk paint.
Yeah.
But I've experimented and experimented.
So you know what works for you.
And Rust-Oleum has worked great.
Okay. Now, does this have anything over it? So this is just is this like color that's showing through here?
Yep,
Is this the
just
original?
That's the original
Okay.
finish. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So you just painted it, then you. Now, what does it mean to like, kind of
Distress it?
distress it? What is that
just,
technique?
Yeah, I just use a sander, a little coarser grit sandpaper,
Okay.
like maybe a 100, 120.
Okay.
Then I use a really fine one to go over the whole thing.
So
after
you
I'm
just,
done.
you know, you're using your techniques, and you just kind of like the look that you like, and you just stop.
Yeah,
then?
exactly.
Okay.
I sand it till I like it.
And
Yep.
that's what this has too.
Yep.
This was okay. Yeah, because this is really smooth.
Yeah, see, that's what the sandpaper, a little steel wool will do for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks
Yep.
really good. Now, how much would like this piece sell for on your website?
It's up for $95 right now.
95. Okay, and that's your website's uniquechicantiques.com.
.com, yep.
Okay, and then you have a Facebook page, Chic Antiques,
Chic Antiques,
and you're selling through
I have some stuff on Vintage Resale
Vintage Resale.
and the Oxford Buy Sell Trade.
Okay. For
Site
those
too.
that you don't know, pretty much every city is creating these groups, selling groups on Facebook, and in Oxford, it's Buy Sell Trade in Oxford is one of many, and Vintage Resale. And you ask to join the group, and you post your items, and people. It's an online garage sale. People come to your house and pick it up, or sometimes people meet at different locations and do it like that. But yeah, I know a lot of people. It's becoming very, very popular. For people to, whether they're doing something like Lori or even just getting rid of their excess items.
Their own things, yeah.
All right. Now, what was this piece? Did you refinish this one?
Yeah, this was brass, actually,
Okay.
but it was really a tarnished piece. It was really in bad shape. The brass looked horrible. So I used an oil rub bronze spray paint on that, the Rust-Oleum.
Okay. And some like, I mean, I'm seeing it's a candle holder,
Yep.
but like, what could you? I'm trying to visualize, maybe like even in the garden, or
Yeah, I think it'd be awesome in the garden.
Yeah.
You could. It's a little small, but if you took these guys off, you could probably stick a flower pot on there.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Yep.
what I was just looking. Even hangs maybe something from the.
Or even in your closet, a scarf rack.
That's true. Yep. Do you have to think outside the box?
Yeah, you really
Okay.
do.
Now I love this little. Is this like a plant stand, or
It's
was it a plant stand?
Yep, it's
Okay.
a plant stand, absolutely.
Now, how did you finish this top here?
Well, again, like you said, thinking outside the box.
Okay.
The top was in horrible shape, so I just took a piece of scrapbook paper that I had laying around, and I used my spray adhesive.
Okay.
Sprayed it on there, and there you go.
Yeah, this does not even. I thought it was painted on here. This is.
Well, I added a little bit of stain like to the edges, so it
Okay.
kind of looks that's why it kind of looks.
So
that
there's
way.
just
Yeah.
nothing on the top. It's just completely.
Yeah.
There's no like, as
There's
people like to
no-
do. Is it decoupage where they put the glue
No,
on the top?
I didn't.
Okay.
Didn't bother.
So so then you could set a plan on this and be safe, or would you?
You know what? I'd probably, if you were gonna put a
Something
real
wet on
plant
there?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
then
would
Kind of seal it.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
But if you're just gonna put a fake one on like I do, you don't need to.
With a green thumb.
Right.
Now, how much would you sell something like this for?
That one's listed right now for 38.
Okay. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. How about this piece?
Kind of the same thing. This is an old, probably from the 30s or 40s. It had a leather top, but it was really beat up. So I took a old coffee bag, a burlap coffee bag, and sprayed adhesive that on there too.
Okay. And the same thing with the distressing.
Yep.
Okay.
Just painted it with the Rust-Oleum paint and took I use a sanding block.
Okay.
A lot of times I really like it. It has a coarse side and a fine side, so you can kind of distress with one side and then go over the whole thing
All right.
with the other side. Yep.
And then, okay, let's talk about this one. Now this looks like, did you recover the top?
Yeah, I had old curtains from the shop,
Oh, okay.
and I wasn't using them obviously anymore, so.
So definitely, that's even a way to people would not even look at it as a piece of material.
Right.
You know, you have to look.
That's a really good, my favorite thing is to go to like Goodwill and that and look at curtains and because they're hemmed.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so if you need like, even for a runner, you can use them.
Right, and just
Yep.
cut them off in either hand stitch or
Yeah.
what is it, hem tape, or just
Yes.
even keep it kind of ragged.
Yeah,
the edges.
exactly. I do
Right.
that a lot
Okay,
too.
so this was neat. That was a curtain.
Yep, that
all right,
was yours
definitely
too,
retro.
actually.
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
I sell some things to Lori.
Yes.
I'm a picker. I'm a picker at heart.
Yes.
Yeah, this has turned out really, really good. Much better than what I had it looking like.
Well, it was more of a 70s look.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is really cute, though. I think the pop of color in a kitchen, or
Yeah, that's what I thought.
even in a workshop, and people doing
Mudroom or
scrapbook. Yeah, just all their different
your craft
rooms.
area. Yeah, that would look
Now,
awesome.
before we break, we're gonna when we come back from the break, we're gonna talk about, this was a custom piece you told me about. So we're
Yep.
gonna talk about this piece. We'll be back after this short break. Thanks. Hi, we're back. I'm here with Lori Bryan from Chic Antiques. By the way, do you know, like, people will say, "Oh, I saw your sister Lori."
I see
We're
her
not
all the time.
related.
No.
It's Lisa Bryant,
Lori
Bryan.
And we're both married. These are not our maiden names. So.
But that's just kind of funny little tidbit. But
Yeah.
Again, back here with Lori from Chic Antiques, and we were going over this chair. I love this chair with a chevron pattern.
Isn't it
So
fun?
tell me about this chair, this piece.
Somebody brought us this chair, actually a whole set of them.
Okay.
And
Was it this color, or this is the
no,
color she picked?
This is the color she picked. This is the fabric she picked, and we did them up for her. Just, it was a custom order. So that's something you can do too, is bring me something you found at a garage sale, and I'll be happy to customize it for your decor.
Okay, and then you just like quote them a price and
Yeah.
how much work you
Yeah,
know, you have to
actually
put
have
into
you
it.
send me an email. If you can send me an email with a photo of what you have and kind of what you're thinking, I'd be happy to give you a price. Also, a lot of people will send me a picture of their dining room, say, I'm thinking this, but I don't know. I'm happy to help you with color choices too, and I can even come to your house. I've done
Okay,
that a
so you
lot.
do some decorating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, like interior design.
Yep.
Now, what's this cupboard here? You said talk
Something
about.
else I do a lot of kitchens. This was a This is a door from a kitchen I just finished. It was a very Brady Bunch kind of a house, and this was like, you know, that pecan.
Right.
Yeah. So now it's a nice black kitchen with a little bit of distressing.
Did a little bit of distressing, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is just your basic, like you said, your brand is Rust-Oleum?
Yep.
Yeah.
My favorite brand. It updated her kitchen.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have you come look at my kitchen cupboards.
I would love to.
Let's go over to this piece that I see you have kind of like half and half and walk us through this piece.
Okay.
I love this little table.
It's kind of the same idea as this one, so I wanted to kind of show you. But this is basically how I get these things. And then this lovely piece of God knows what.
Scrap.
Yeah.
Like what?
Was, you know, in here.
Okay.
So that looked pretty ugly. So I grabbed another piece of this coffee bag.
All right.
And I'm going to, you know, spray that, do my spray glue and stick that on there, and then
it's going to be, okay,
yeah.
perfect.
So then that's my thumb is stuck. There we
Yeah.
go. Yeah. So
All
that's
right.
what we're going to do with that.
So I see like a little chip here. So you just take it. How would you repair this?
Actually, I'll just put a little wood fill in there.
Little wood fill and
and you'll
sand?
never see it. And then
Okay.
once you distress it, it kind of goes
Kind
away.
of goes with the character?
Yep,
So
exactly.
then this is kind of like the before and this is becoming the after?
Right.
This
I
is the
just kind
color
of
it's
wanted to
gonna
show you. Yeah.
be? Okay, so yeah. So you show the steps that you're working on?
Yeah, like just kind of sand it with the coarser side of my sanding block.
Okay.
See how nice and easy that is?
Yeah.
That's
and then
it.
again, it's so smooth.
Yeah, and it just kind of brings out your details.
All
And then
right.
I go over it with the other side, and it just kind of buffs it out and makes it smooth and makes it kind of scratch resistant.
Now, is this like, did someone bring this to you or you found?
I found this at the
Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Okay. This is, this is a really cute piece.
Yeah, $10 at the Goodwill. It'll
Oh, okay.
It'll be
then-
beautiful.
Yep, it will. All right, and then we're going to go over to see some of your custom pieces that people have dropped off.
Yep.
Now, is this things that's been in their house or just they found it at the garage sale or a thrift
One
store?
of both. One of
Okay.
each, actually.
Like this is cute. This is almost
Yep.
like a little old China hutch maybe, or I'm
Yeah,
not exactly
I think
sure.
so.
All
I think you're right. I think it's, you know, remember the old early American
Right.
colonial look from the 60s and 70s. This customer found this at a garage sale and asked me to paint it for her.
Okay.
So it's in the process of.
So they just come and pick a color palette and
Yeah, you know, actually, I went to this customer's house and I helped her pick out all her colors for her wall. She's moving into a brand new house.
okay.
And she had this piece, and I kind of helped her decide what to paint it.
Now, what's something like this, like a turnaround time?
About a week and a half.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
really good,
Yeah.
actually. Okay, and then so you charge for your time
Yeah,
and okay.
basically that's what I charge for is the time. This
Okay.
was $75.
Okay, yeah, that's
And I'm
very
going to distress
reasonable.
it.
Right.
I'm gonna distress
So
it
and
for
then now, are you going to add knobs, or did she have her own knobs?
She has her own knobs
Okay,
on this one. She
okay.
actually wanted to stick with the vintage ones, but a lot of times they will add new hardware for the customer, and I do carry those. Yep.
And then what about this big? I'm assuming this used to be
This is a coffee table.
some kind of wood.
Yeah, it was that real light, I don't even know what they pine, I guess.
Okay.
I think it was pine.
All right.
And this was in the customer's home for years. And she's got kids, and it kind of got beat up. And she says, you know what, I still love it.
Yeah, it looks very solid.
Yes, I think you could probably dance on it. Yeah, it's really solid. So she liked it still, but she just wanted an updated look.
Yep.
And actually, she bought a end table from me, so she wants this painted to match.
Match. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And then she
Yeah,
bought new hardware for it.
It's a nice big coffee table. You had mentioned before too, like thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
Then you had a coffee table over there. What's some other? This is pretty wide, but what about using coffee tables as a bench?
I do it all the time.
Do you? Okay.
Yep, I think they're awesome at the end of your bed. You can always throw a couple of pillows on it. You can have it upholstered. You can just leave it as is too. Just
Okay.
with the wood top, I think it's great. You know, sit there and slip your shoes off and on, or
And again, you are selling your items on uniquechicantiques.com.
yes, and you can also sign up for a monthly newsletter on there.
Okay.
And I do painting classes, so I'll have that schedule on there.
And then what else? Do you have any other events coming up?
Yeah, since I had the shop right here in downtown Oxford, but I've closed that, and now I'm doing monthly markets, I'm calling them.
Okay.
Here at the house, and all my girls that were at the store with me, all my vendors, they're also doing the sales with me.
So you basically just went from kind of like a brick and mortar to selling online, which
yeah,
you know is what
Definitely.
everyone else. That's the thing to do.
That's what
Right?
it is. Yeah,
That's
no,
everyone's
people
doing
were
it.
selling more than I was online. I'm like, okay,
You're like, let me go back to the basics
let's
there.
rethink that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Honestly, with the store, I was working 7 days a week, 14 hours a day, just trying to keep up with just stuff like paperwork and
Right,
stocking
just the
the
whole
store.
business part, and you got away
Yes.
from doing the love
Doing
of
what I
repurposing.
do, yes, and I missed it, and I felt like I wasn't being as creative as I like to be. So I'm
Well, good.
Getting back to basics.
Well, everyone's very glad that you're still open and they can still get your
here.
items.
I'm doing exactly what I was doing.
Right.
Yes.
Good. All right, let's talk about your last piece right here.
Okay.
This chair is beautiful.
Thank you. This is actually, like I was saying earlier,
This is your own personal piece.
This is my own
Okay.
personal chair. It is not for sale until I get tired of it. But
I'm gonna sit in it and see how.
isn't it cool? Isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
I like it. I
really
like the old
comfortable.
wingback chairs.
I do too, and I love the tufting.
Yes.
Love the
Now,
tufting.
did you do this yourself?
I did not.
You did not.
I found this at the Goodwill for I think $5, $6. I loved the shape of it, and I am not. One thing I cannot do is sew. So actually, Melissa, that lives right here in Oxford.
Okay. From Melissa, accents from Melissa.
Yes.
She's going to be on our show next. So,
Yeah,
In
she
a
actually
couple weeks.
reupholstered this, and I gave her a $15 drop cloth from the Home Depot, and that's what she's reupholstered
this is a drop
with.
cloth. This is amazing. Yeah, she did a really good job.
She did
So
an
we'll
awesome
get to
job.
check her out in a couple weeks. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back. I'm here with Lori Bryan, owner of Chic Antiques, and she's being so gracious to let me sit in this nice, comfy chair that she got at the Goodwill for $5. What a steal! What a find!
Yes.
And it's definitely a beautiful chair that Melissa reupholstered. Speaking of good finds, do you find most of your items, at the Goodwill or
I
thrift
always tell
stores or
everybody-
garage sales?
I tell everybody here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
it's-
what people ask me,
yeah.
and I just say you gotta be on the hunt and look, and I call it treasure hunting. And right now it's the season; you can't pass a corner
Absolutely.
without, half a dozen signs out, or look on Craigslist.
Yeah, Craigslist is a good resource.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and that's what I do is I pick an area that you want to stay in because with gas prices you don't want to be driving back and forth 20 miles from one sale to the next sale.
Right.
So I pick an area and I have my I have a wish list of things that I'm looking for. Right now, everyone's doing gardening. So
Yeah.
it's planters and,
Anything iron.
iron, things like that.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing is to make a list. Cash is king. People want, you can go to a estate sale and they'll take credit cards or debit cards, but they charge you a premium. I think it's like 3 to 5%. So you want to take cash, and you'll be able to negotiate better with cash.
Yes, definitely.
And when you are negotiating, be nice.
Yes.
Don't do insulting offers. I mean, you can. They're going to probably turn you down, and then they're really not going to want to work with you after that. But I find, I do my best negotiating when you just be nice and make piles. Speaking of when you make a pile, you have to covet your pile because people will steal right from your pile. So I make up these little sticky things,
Good
and I
idea.
write sold on them, or sometimes my name, but I just like to write sold in bold letters.
I never thought of that.
And I make a big pile and I stick them on a couple things, and then so people are pretty, there is, treasure hunting etiquette, as I say, that, you don't touch someone else's
Right.
big, bundle. You'll go to some houses, and you're in the basement or an attic, take a flashlight. You find the best stuff when
Under the table.
yeah, when you're looking in boxes, things that people don't want to really dig. Personally, I like kind of like the messy hoarder houses, but in sales where people really didn't have time to pull everything out. And so when you're doing that, you also get a little dirty. So I take wipes, antibacterial wipes.
a
I have my
must.
wipes with me. Another good tool to take is actual tools. Take a little screwdriver or a wrench because you might have to take the legs off. I do not own a big truck, but I can pack my car with a lot of stuff. And so take a tool, take a measuring tape, know your measurements of the things that you're looking for. So you have to second guess and then, get something home and, oh, darn, it didn't fit. Most places do not take refunds, so you can't go back to the garage sale and give it back.
No,
so,
it's not Target, right?
so tell me one of your best finds while we wrap up.
Oh God, well, probably the chair.
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah, this
And
is very comfy.
I also found a lamp, speaking of, under the table, tucked away. It's porcelain, it's beautiful, hand painted. I think I spent 50 cents.
Oh,
I had it
geez.
rewired,
Yeah.
and the guy that rewired it for me told me it was worth several $100s because it was about 100 years old.
Oh, awesome,
Yeah.
awesome.
How about you?
Probably the best thing is I went to an estate sale, and I'm always looking for legs and to set planters on, or boxes to make into planters, or whatever little thing. And it was I'm still not sure what kind of base it is, but it was a metal base. And so I'm thinking, oh, the guy wants a couple of dollars. I get up there and he goes, give me a dime. And I was like, no one ever sells anything for a dime anymore.
No.
So and actually I have a old milk crate on top of it now, so it fit perfect, and it's cute, and I got flowers in the, but it rises up, makes something a little higher. That's what you want to do. You want to add legs
Lips
to
and littles
things,
and-
casters, short little legs, but yeah, I've had a great time here today. Thanks so much
Oh,
for
me
being on the
too.
show.
Thanks for having
And
me.
again, visit Lori at uniquechicantiques.com. She's selling online. She's selling on the Facebook pages. Like you're on
Monthly.
Facebook. Oh yeah, and you have your monthly
Monthly markets. The
monthly
next
markets?
one is June 13th and 14th, which is a Friday and Saturday, 10 to 3 right here in my yard. We put up a couple big tents. We had lemonade, we had cookies, we had lots of different people here with different treasures.
and bring cash, but you also accept credit cards
We
and
did,
PayPal, correct?
yes, absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
So so she's being very flexible with her payments. If you or yourself, or somebody that likes to repurpose, recycle, or reuse and want to be on the show, you can contact us at remixoctv@gmail.com, and we'll listen to your ideas and talk to you and see and put you on a future episode. In a few weeks, we're going to be talking to Melissa Calderon from Accents by Melissa, who reupholstered this lovely chair. She does reupholstering, and she also, I've seen her work where she does home decor using vintage music, sheet music, and just all kinds of little things that she does right there. So
Can't wait to see it.
I know, I'm excited. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
You're watching OCTV, Oxford Community Television, serving Oxford, Addison Township, and the village of Leonard.
At Oakland County Parks and Recreation, we value what you value: family relationships, community connections, good health, environmental stewardship, and economic stability. Oakland County residents and businesses have invested in preserving nearly 7,000 acres of parkland. Since 1966, 13 parks and golf courses have been acquired, maintained, and improved. Oakland County parks and facilities are made possible by millage funds supported by Oakland County residents. For a home valued at $200,000, the homeowner pays less than $25 per year to support the Oakland County parks. With every generation, families create lifelong memories at Oakland County's award-winning parks. From exciting summer escapades and stories around the campfire to brisk fall walks on wooded trails and snowy winter outings, the outdoors beckons year-round. It's time to get up, get out, and get going at the Oakland County Parks. Active recreation options abound. Cross-country ski or mountain bike on tree-lined trails. Scale the rock climbing wall. Get your kicks with soccer at several sports fields. Row or paddle a boat on 4 picturesque inland lakes. It's an easy journey. Most parks are just a short drive away. A quick tip: all our parks and golf courses end in Oaks. To find your favorite, just go to destinationoakland.com. Click to pick Oceans of Motion water parks at Red Oaks and Waterford Oaks, the Wint Nature Center at Independence Oaks, Teen Adventures, and even entertainment to go. When outdoor adventures on your list, there's fishing, beaches, boating, playgrounds, and seasonal hunting. The campgrounds at Addison Oaks and Groveland Oaks feel like being up north with plenty of recreation options. Want to get fit? Hit the trails. Oakland County Parks boasts more than 68 miles for strolling, walking, hiking and running, biking, or horseback riding. If the links are your lure, 5 golf courses, including premier course Lion Oaks, are conveniently located. Make Glen Oaks or White Lake Oaks your home course. Get an up-north feel at Springfield Oaks, or play a quick 9 at Red Oaks. Our recreation lineup rocks. Learn to swim. Experience an outdoor adventures camp. Take the fast track at BMX, or gain new lifelong skills. Everyone's included. Individuals with disabilities participate in dozens of adaptive opportunities, including a new fully accessible playscape, modified golf carts, and annual events. There's always something special going on at Oakland County Parks, whether it's a classic car show, the Oakland County Fair, a senior golf tournament, or the Ellis Barn Festival. Being green is an everyday practice with nature interpretive programs, wildlife habitat protection, reduction of invasive species, and stormwater management. Your responses to surveys indicate that you want more trails. The Oakland Trails Advisory Council was established to coordinate trail systems and seek grant sources for future trail construction. You also said that maintaining and refurbishing existing facilities is a high priority, as well as continuing exceptional quality service standards. Oakland County Parks serves an increasingly diverse population of all abilities, ages, interests, ethnic backgrounds, and cultures. The needs of lifelong residents, as well as newcomers, are carefully considered when planning parks and programs. Oakland County Parks and Recreation pledges to create community by providing places to meet, play, and learn. Observe environmental responsibility with natural resources stewardship, and enhance fiscal sustainability based on a business model of effective and efficient operation. During the last decade, the Parks Commission has purchased 297-acre Highland Oaks, acquired Catalpa Oaks, an urban park in Southfield, added new campsites and cabins at Addison Oaks, opened dog parks at Orion Oaks and Lion Oaks, relocated and reconstructed the historic Ellis Barn at Springfield Oaks, and built a universally accessible playground at Waterford Oaks. When the recession created financial hardships for families, the Parks Commission reduced many admission and rental fees. A $100,000 fund provides no-cost mobile recreation visits to local cities, villages, and townships. The Parks Commission has postponed some capital development and maintenance projects, and staff salaries and benefits were cut. Your time and talents are needed now more than ever. Volunteers can help clean up and beautify parks and trails, assist in removing invasive species to restore native plants, or plant perennials and ornamentals in our greenhouses. Lend a hand at golf tournaments or at special events for persons with disabilities.